This is part 2 of our BIMOTA restoration. We have a lot of little touch-up painting to do. We had to wait for a day we could paint. Weather's not been appropriate for painting. And as always, we'll start with the biggest part. We did the carbon reinforcement on this, and we are ready for, well, hopefully get some paint on this today. This is all the carbon fiber work we did on this on the previous video. On step 1, we have to blend in this little spot we had to take. There was a chunk missing out of the fairing. I want to get some 1000 grit paper, and basically what I want to do here is I want to try to smooth this up as much as possible, blend this in, and go right up to the tape line, because I don't want to have a really thick line. I want to be able to just minimize that edge when I'm done. And like I said, it looks like it's going to be good for painting, so I can at least get this painted today. Now this is 1000 grit. If in doubt, whenever you're going to refinish, I always like to do the final sanding with, and I'm going to use a little block here, because I want to try to blend this in. And this is one of those little things that looks real easy until you go to do it. And then when you do it, you find out, see, the block's going to let me get right up to the edge there. It's just a little more involved than you think it is. The good news is we don't see this part. We're just doing this for, well, the gods see everywhere. But I'm going to spend a little time blending this in. 1000 grit paper. Radius all the edges off, of course. One of the main things on any repair. Now once this is ready, I want to make sure, I'm going to have to be real careful about this too, that I don't want to get any paint on the rest of this. I want to keep the paintwork minimized to here, if at all possible. And again, I want to minimize that paint edge if I possibly can. It just takes a little detail time. Now, the trick always is with this kind of work is do the first part with a block, then at the end of the block, fold the sandpaper back, and do the last little bit right up to the tape. Right up to the tape. And this hopefully will make it just a little bit nicer. Get the blend on this. Now normally we would be priming this and doing all these gyrations. Well, we're going to try to do that all with black. The reason is if this starts coming through on any little spot that we don't want to see, I don't want to have primer come through. Let it be black. It's going to be fine. Final sanding. Now, if this part were flat, and it's not because it's got a piece of aluminum in here and it's been repaired, so I don't want to try to make it perfectly flat, because then it's not going to mate when these two parts join. They're going to be two unequal parts. It's going to put even more stress on this. So hopefully this is going to do this will hopefully do the trick. Now obviously what we'll do is get 3 coats on, 20 minutes apart, put this aside to dry for the day. Now lucky for us, it's a sunny day. That sun will help cure that up, dry it up. Now I'm not going to do any clear today. I have to do some prep on the other 2 red parts, but I wanted to get this done so that I'll be ready for the clear, and that'll be the next session we work on this. And we're trying to do this in a very methodical way. There's going to be a lot of work with the clear on the other 2 parts, but what I want to do is mix one batch of clear, do this part, work on the other 2, and bounce back and forth. Hopefully finish this up in one more session. Now we'll find out. Now these 2 parts have this issue around the bolts where somebody put a washer around it at some point in time, whether it was before Vlad bought the bike or when it was made. I don't know. We're gonna try something tricky on trying to get rid of that. But to do that, I'm going to need to spray a lot of clear. And I want that black to dry. Now the reason I'm not putting a clear on a black today is I want to sand it more. And I want to put an additional coat of black on when that's totally dry overnight. So basically that's all we're going to be able to get done in this session. And I hope this is giving you a couple of little ideas about how to do these. But the next one is going to be pretty labor intensive. We're trying to do this in nice equal bites. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and of course, thanks for watching.